Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. Having fun with that. So tonight we're looking at the Radio Shack DX-390, and I'm performing an evening AM band scan with it. It's been about 3 years since I've had this radio out on the channel. Figured, what the heck, let's show it off again. Cool radio, I love it. So first order of features, second size comparison, third I'm going to start cruising the evening band. The DX-390, also known as the Sangen ATS 818, is an awesome shortwave radio. Has BFO, so you can listen to ham radio operators. It's full coverage shortwave, which is fantastic. Finding these used in the marketplace is fairly easy. I think I got mine for like under $50 because of the rust on the speaker, but I think you can find these for around 65 to 70-ish, I want to say. I'll have links below. Check them out. If you like the radio, pick it up. It does quite a bit. It is a bit of a radio. It's a tank. It's got some weight to it, so just keep that in mind. So let's look at features of the Radio Shack DX-390. I love it. It's got great audio. You'll get to hear it tonight. So I'm going to bring this around and over this big beast. We're going to try to get the side jacks into focus here. There we go. Top jack is an AM external antenna jack. You can hook up a medium wave antenna like a twin coil or a passive loop directly to this and run a medium wave or short wave, which is fantastic. It disengages the internal antennas. We have our headphone jack, and we have a DC input of 6 volts. Nice. Let's bring this radio back front and center. Down on the table, it's a lot easier for me. So looking at the top there, it says Radio Shack, and it's FM stereo, long wave, medium wave, short wave, and PL synthesized receiver. Now, long wave's cool too. I think it's full coverage on long wave. So our speaker is a 4-inch speaker right about here behind the metal speaker grill. We got a light. It's pretty weak. It's like an amber light. I've seen mods. This radio definitely can be modded like crazy. You can change the LED to a bright, or this amber light to a bright green LED, whatever you like. Blue, white. Pretty neat. I've seen that mod, and it's very basic and simple to do. Also, there's no mute on tuning, which I did with this radio. So when I tune with this, you'll hear no soft muting. It's beautiful. It's only one wire you have to take apart inside. So if you love taking apart radios, you can take this one apart. You can do quite a few mods to it. A power button, LCD display, which I'll show you in a moment. Really cool. It has the local time. It's 9:43 p.m. Central Daylight Time near Chicago, Illinois, USA. If I tap this button, it shows UTC, which is really nice. So I set it to UTC when I hit the dual time button. Now you can also hit this little recess button, and it'll permanently put it on the second time. And you can put it back to local time by pressing that button again. Sleep function, time set, of course. Down here, of course, the various band keys to get you on the frequencies. These are nice buttons. I might use these. Incremental tuning or browse tuning. Up and down, I love it. We have direct access keypad here. Really nice for just direct entering frequencies and also getting right to the shortwave bands you want to be on. If you look above the corresponding number, you'll see the meter bands for shortwave. And really cool, you can just hit direct access and say, 21 meter. It'll take you right there. Boom. And it happens instantly. You can be on medium wave FM. If you hit meter and then the meter band, it takes you right out of FM, puts you right into shortwave at that meter band. If you're in a hurry to find something on shortwave. Awesome. Loving shortwave with this radio. Standby alarm. We got buzzer, radio, simple. Over here we have a filter, so we have an AM wide and an AM narrow. You'll see me using this quite often. This actually works very, very well for tuning in the DX stations. During the day, I definitely was using this, along with the tone control. Full rotary knob here for full tone, beautiful. And of course you can see FM mono, FM stereo if you're running FM. This section here, the BFO, single sideband. If you're trying to pick up some ham transmissions, you'll be turning this on, and you'll be adjusting here, fine-tuning the BFO, which is great. And RF gain, pretty much with this radio, it's on max. All right hand side of the radio, we have our tuning knob. And then we have a switch here where we have fast, fine, and lockout of the tuning wheel if you're using just the buttons on the front. A lockout of all the buttons on the radio right there. And our volume controls that smaller knob there. Going to the top, we have a built-in handle, which is nice. I flipped up right now so I can handle the radio. But it lies flush, which is nice. I do like that. The antenna is a nice long whip antenna for shortwave and FM. That extends out to 50 inches. Yeah, over 4 feet long. I love it. Going to the back of the radio, it has a kick-out stand, but I wouldn't use it too much. This radio is really heavy. It's a little plastic stand. Don't see it lasting too long if you were to use it. But there's the hour chart for the world. Nice. Down here on our tag, it gives our frequency bands, AM, FM, long wave, shortwave. You can see full coverage, thing of beauty. And batteries, it runs on 3 AA's and 4 D cells. So the batteries, AA batteries probably run the clock. Let's see, is this for memory backup? Yep, clock and probably preset memory. And the D cells are for your main driving radio, of course. So let's go ahead and spin this around to a quick size comparison and then turn this on so we can see what we can find in it. I'm kind of curious. Sundown was just about a half hour ago, and we might find some things being this close to dusk. On medium wave, sometimes you get some great signals. People, a lot of the stations haven't powered down their daytime power, and sometimes you pick up stations you never heard before. Here's CC Pocket in the house. There you go. Kind of love the size comparison there. It's tiny. CC Skywave. Boom. Cool. And then, of course, for those who don't have those two radios, we have a standard deck of playing cards. And you know who that is. Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin like no one can. He loves shortwave radios from Radio Shack land that no longer exists. Tear, tear. He's crying. We can go bye-bye. Yeah. Radio Shack land does not exist like it used to, that's for sure. Unfortunate, but I do have the radio, so that's a nice thing. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Boom. So we're greeted with medium wave, frequency, and signal strength indicator. Nice. Preset numbers would be there if I was hitting presets, which I probably won't, but that's there. Got some fireworks in the background since it's close to 4th of July. Yep. If you're watching this, say a couple months later, yep, just know I'm filming it in July. So they're excited about radio too. Let's turn to our first station. Let's see if we can pick something up. Cool. Now there's a 5-inch antenna in here, which is really cool. 5-inch ferrite antenna, internal for a medium wave. This is CHLO 530 Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles, 250 watts to the northeast. Now I can bring in a passive loop. I got the Terk Advantage. I really like using this one. There's the Texan AN200, and I have a select antenna by C-Crane, but this one I just like tuning the best. So we put a perpendicular to the radio here. I'm gonna see if I can't just boost the gain. It worked really good during the day. So that gives you an idea how the filters work. We lost them there. But hopefully it comes back. That was cool. Alright, let's go next station. Just tap with that button if we want. So this is a WAUK 540, Jackson, Wisconsin. 70 miles away, 400 watts to the north. But also pick it up to the south. So I'm just going to turn it this way. So I can't hear him. Okay, am I picking them up a little too early maybe? Let's go north, or sorry, west. Okay, nothing. Let's keep going.
Yeah, a day trip out to, or even a half a day trip out to Marthansville and hanging out at the...
Here's KTRS. I'm just going to leave the filter on narrow, I think,
Great way to spend an afternoon.
on these fringe stations. So KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts to the southwest, south-southwest.
One of the proudest attractions of our state. And then later in the hour, we're going to talk to Diane Meyer. She's the director of performing arts at JCC. And she's going to be talking food. She's going to be talking food and music.
Food, yeah.
North Korea as a country that allowed basically unrestricted abortion. And we are no longer now in that category.
So here's 560 WIND, Chicago.
National level. So we no longer have to be in the club.
That no meat on tuning is a thing of beauty. Loving that.
We would say no word to you. If they argue that is our money, in no time, and then we ran and
Couple mixing stations. This should be 580 is WTCM, Traverse City, Michigan. 215 miles, 1,000 watts at night. This is fun. This is probably WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan. 137 miles, 5,000 watts. It is mixing with another station too. Get a lot of mixing stations, which is fantastic.
And it's a California house that runs about $600,000, so I think that's a little bit expensive for a home.
600 WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. 175 miles to the west, 5,000 watts.
I do support a disabled child. I have a $500,000 life insurance and trust for her, should I pass on.
Defensively, he's been very good. He's got a couple of balls out of the dirt on low throws, and he's been on 3 times. A 2-run home run in the first, a double that drove in a run in the third, and a walk in the 6th.
Got a ball game on KCSP, Kansas City, Missouri. 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
Found a big hit right here from Hunter. Stanek delivers a strike right below the letters. Fastball at 99. Ryan mainly fastball slider guy.
So here's WTMG Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It'll sound better as soon as I turn it.
No. And any savings or just this pension that's coming to you? Do you have anything to your name besides that 401k, the 5,000?
So yeah, WTMG Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 52 miles to the north, 10,000 watts at night.
Is sit down with an investment professional, because whenever it comes to this kind of stuff, I just want to make sure that you have.
For those who don't know why I'm moving this radio back and forth, it's to aim that edge of that horizontal antenna in the direction of the station I'm trying to receive. And you can see it improves when I do.
Is that correct? Okay.
That's correct.
Okay, I'm not sure if this is CFCO, Chatham, Ontario. Could be. 310 miles, 6,000 watts. Usually it's more pronounced country music. It's mixing. Okay, so it's not. This is actually a different station. KYFI on 630. St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts. Yeah, it's a mix, so it's kind of cool. I can pick up 2 stations just by turning the radio. My ears are just picking up a little bit of country music underneath that song. Alright, let's get out of that. Two stations. The American speaker here is WOI, Ames, Iowa. 265 miles, 1,000 watts. I believe WOI is like one of the oldest radio stations active. Go this way. We got some Hispanic music on WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. 75 miles, 1,600 watts. A lot to discover.
It's coffee, country, and Cody. Again, WSM Radio, Circle Television, Country plays here. The legend, 650 AM, WMFN.
At US Pass, we're promoting something a little different in April. Community Connections.
Here's how it works.
So there you go. I didn't have to turn the radio. Usually I point it to the south or north. 650 WSM in Nashville, Tennessee. 434 miles. You heard the call letters.
Go talk to them.
So do what thousands of your neighbors have already done.
Pick up that phone and call U.S. Pest right now.
S
Or
meter
go to USPest.
goes up to 7.
U.S. Pest!
Depending on the evening, I can pick up WFAN out of New York. Right now, I'm not. I'm picking up 670. So I can tune it back a little bit, which is nice. But then I get close to Nashville. Okay, let's turn this way.
We're normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more.
When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it.
We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors.
So here's 670 to score to the SCR, Chicago.
Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota.
The fertile fields of Indiana.
Keep rocking here. Here, a faint station.
Today here, I've teamed up with Swift to talk about my favorite seasons, baseball and grilling, America's pastimes, where people come together to talk.
700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east. That way.
Play ball! And let's eat. This
You do more than just provide hundreds of millions of pounds of food to millions of people in New York. When you support city government, you see it through. Support us.
No one more connected on the radio. And why he's here in New York. Come on, we can see the noon on the voice of New York. And again, WOR. iHeartRadio station.
Okay, hopefully you guys heard that. I was waiting to get the call letters, or WOR, New York, New York. 750 miles. Took a little bit to DX that in. Awesome. Just a little bit of tone control, a little bit of filtering.
TV star in a federal prison. WGN traffic on the Kennedy Express lanes in both directions have been shut down for road work until 5 a.m. I-55.
720 WGN.
Northbound from Route 47 to 355 at Arsenal Road.
Well, that's right. This RF gain only works on shortwave when there's no antenna connected here. But I was told that if you hook up the medium wave antenna, this becomes a gain for that medium wave antenna. Pretty cool. But I don't know why it's not hooked up internally. Interesting.
Road work from the tri-state from 89.
So yeah, WGN Chicago.
Run you 27 minutes.
CFCM Zoomer Radio out of Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles to the northeast, right across the Great Lakes, always has a beautiful sound.
He likely does not want to disclose the conversations he may have had with President Trump.
WSB Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles to the southeast.
The Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger.
Graham's lawyers contend that his share of...
And have a minimum of 2.8 GPA.
Family-owned business, Sheldon.
760 WGR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
For the future, and aims to do their part in assisting students during their academic journey. Complete the application for Shelving.com's Business Scholarship by August 5th for your...
So right now we get a hint of 770 WABC, New York, New York.
Star of the Netflix documentary series Cheer has been sentenced to 12 years in federal prison for coercing teenage boys.
So here's 780 WBBM, Chicago. News Radio. They have Old Time Radio Monday through Friday, 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time. If you could tune it in, it's awesome.
All in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Use these buttons. Go quicker. Running out of time.
Away from the emergency department.
Windsor Regional Hospital has the longest ER wait time in the province, at an average of 5 hours. Chief Crowder says ailments which do not require immediate medical attention.
CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles.
Repercussions can be a matter of life and death.
The emergency department.
91 right now, 93 degrees in Dallas, 95 degrees in Fort Worth. From the WBAP News Desk, I'm Ricky Briggs. Our next update is 10:30. Check back several times through your day and keep connected to your Stockade investigation.
So there you go. Got mixing stations here. We got local WCPT, and then we got that Fort Worth, Texas station, WBAP, which you heard the call letters for. It's 810 miles to the southwest. Beautiful. Okay, barely picking up Minneapolis there on WCCO.
And winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly.
840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, 300 miles away. Ground zero right now, coast to coast, at 12 a.m. to 4 a.m.
America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com.
Colorado's only news, talk, and Rockies station. KOA, 850 AM and 94.1 FM.
Fourth inning here in Los Angeles. The Rockies in the dot.
There you go. Got KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles directly to the west. Beautiful.
There have been 5 walks issued between the two pitchers.
Les condamnés qui avons des responsabilités officielles de changer les choses. To make that change.
À la fin de la session, de nombreux députés ont
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario. French speakers.
dit quelques minutes auparavant qu'ils ne lâcheraient rien.
Nous allons continuer.
Yes, Mrs. O'Hara, we checked. Pygmy goats do not count as emotional support animals. Indeed can help her hire great people fast. I need Indeed. Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews.
So here's 870. This is WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
By interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're like me and suffer from
windows and doors in stock at our distribution center. Windows, patio doors, storm doors, in many sizes, in over 20-plus showrooms throughout the country.
So here's 880, WCBS, New York, New York. 750 miles northeast.
400 series windows and doors, all with the latest features and
Obamacare health plans. You may save 25 to 50% or more each month. Contact SVL Insurance Group. They've recently helped a healthy family of 5 who were paying $1,800.
Here's 890 WLS Chicago. If I tune back a little bit, the ringing goes away from the camera. I'm going to speed tune this because I only got a few minutes left.
$1 a month and pick up additional coverage.
I hope someday this will stop. I hope for peace. I hope they stop shelling, that we can move around the city calmly, walk around, and go to the sea one day.
In other news from Ukraine, the Wall Street Journal reports the Russian military is turning Ukraine's largest nuclear power plant in Zaporizhzhia into a military base by deploying heavy artillery batteries and laying anti-personnel landmines. Officials say Russia is using the nuclear plant as a base for...
Could be WFDF 910, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
...risking a nuclear disaster. Zaporizhzhia is the largest nuclear power plant in Europe. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson suffered another...
Cookware from Martha Stewart Collection. Or get an extra 25% off.
Local, WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin.
Download the Macy's.
Detroit.
Man, maybe he's getting a lot of negative comments. Maybe people thought that he ran those out of town.
WSBT, South Bend, Indiana, 110 miles, 5,000 watts.
But the lease line is the key to this. The Bears don't own their facility, which means they are subjected to whatever the ramifications are.
KMBZ, Kansas City, Missouri, 490 miles, 5,000 watts.
We've done it. And it's with Herm Edwards and Mark Kestershire. And we're pulling up, and I could not have been more disappointed. They turned it into a stinking, ugly spaceship.
So here's the ESPN 1000 WMVP Chicago.
That you can recognize now the old pillars. So,
with our guest. And our guest is Terry Schilling, president of the American Principles Project. Terry Schilling, welcome to the program.
1020 KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
Too, brother. This is one of the...
The first 99 opened on Boylston Street in Boston. I could be mistaken about the street.
WBZ 1030, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles. Always comes in like a local station here.
It is the gentleman opened up his restaurant at 99 Boylston Street.
Nature had a way of dealing with this kind of event. Surely by Tuesday morning, she would have dealt with it, so I didn't have to.
WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west.
And I went out early to see how nature had done.
But we also have a free clinic offering to New Mexico. New Mexico being the closest safe haven for abortion. People are being forced
KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
to own abortions. That's the landscape. Out here in Los Angeles, bit by bit, being retrofitted to the Donovan Center.
Got a country music station and talk station.
Spirit to deliver the word of God. In 1 Thessalonians 2:13, for this cause also think we God without ceasing.
There's KAAY, Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles.
Not as the word of men, but as it is in
the coast. George Norrie back with Richard Lawrence. He's been a leading speaker and broadcaster.
So they got a coast-to-coast rebroadcast here, 1100 WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles. I would leave it on there, but coast-to-coast copyrights their stuff. Who would have thought?
To release the truth and is the international best-selling.
Stan Hanks. You would hope that in that situation, though, I would hope that Ewan's getting money. Because I don't think it's fair to make...
KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles. This radio is performing rather well with all the storms going on.
Yeah, he doesn't... They're not...
I noticed it distorting the signal a little bit, because during the day I noticed no distortion on my radio. And I noticed some of these faint stations, I noticed the audio is not perfectly crisp clear. I've been trying to get it that way, but yeah, I think it has something to do with storms and unsteady atmosphere.
Clearly, they wanted people to think he was Morgan.
Inside the White House and out. Big picture. Rudderless, aimless, and hopeless. Now one member...
1130 might have been WBBR, New York. This is WRVA, Richmond, Virginia. 665 miles to the east.
Ideology and posture. Instead, they said it gets two questions.
So, for example, I noticed that the thymus gland changed in...
Allies is what's going to be required to meet the challenges of the 21st century.
There is fragmentation. You know this.
A hint of WHAM, WHAM, Rochester, New York.
United Kingdom now.
545 miles.
The credibility of NATO.
Getting mixing stations again. That's cool to find mixing stations. Local.
They've been banned for 10 years. We need to know the laws that didn't work.
WPHD, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. Now I'm just going to cruise up the band to the top.
The July in America.
I'll also do this.
Yeah.
Stadium, you know, local.
Sometimes you can find something.
Wish waiting to happen.
He never issued a statement on any of the live blogs. Did you know Aaron Rodgers got a tattoo?
I did know that.
WCKY.
Interesting. Go ahead.
Aaron Rodgers revealed his first tattoo on his Instagram account on Wednesday. The tattoo is full
Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
signs. Quote, there's a deep and meaningful...
Ultimately, we're responsible for them. So if something happens to our child...
KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
We're the ones that pay all the bills. We put food on the table. We clothe them.
1610. CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. Some cool music there. The mighty KCJJ, Iowa City, Iowa. 175 miles, 1,000 watts to the west.
Soda or your,
KCNZ, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
something like that would.
We're almost done.
Classic, like this one from Bobby
Just picking up some classic radio programming of WPTX, Lexington Park, Maryland, 685 miles. Nice. Fading station there is KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles. A little bit of KKLF, Richardson, Texas, 790 miles away coming through.
Terrible. It is a bit my upgrade. Keith Baker here.
The music we're hearing. Okay, cool. So we're going to turn that off. There we are. Battery life there, full battery. Nice. Gotta like that. So there it is, the band scan for the evening on the Radio Shack DX-390. Yeah, I like this radio. Excellent. If you haven't seen the daytime one I did recently, check that out. If it's out, definitely. I have these. I like to make these a lot and store them and release them just to show off the new and the old radios. And this is definitely an oldie, but fun from the 1990s, early. Loving it. So if you enjoyed the video, big like, thank you. 2, if you like Radio Shack branded radios, subscribe, bell icon, get notified of future reviews, new ones I get. And 3, comment below what you think about the Radio Shack DX-390. Would it be for you or not? Let me know. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.